Happy Wednesday, June 24th, 2020, and I'm back with another daily Bible reading for the Wesley Center. And today I'm going to focus on the text from Matthew, chapter 10, 5 through 23. And one of the things that this text makes me think of as a campus minister, a lot of the world of campus life kind of impacts my life. And I spend a lot of time with students. And at a university like UT Chattanooga, we are surrounded by a lot of student teachers, people learning to be teachers. We get a lot of people learning to be physical therapists. We get a lot of nursing students in. And one of the things these people share in common is they spend lots and lots of time in the classroom around teachers who are telling them about their job and what that's going to be like and teaching them how to do it and what they need to do and what they need to think of. And then they get to a point where they actually get turned out, right? The school kind of like dumps them out into the world and says, okay, now you go try it and come back to me and tell me how it worked out. And, so one of the things that student teachers work towards is their semester of student teaching. They have tastes of it, but that semester of student teaching is kind of exciting and kind of scary for them. And the same thing with nursing students and PT students. A lot of the PT students that we have that would come for lunch and things like that during the school year, they are out in their first. Some of them are out having their first experience of actually doing physical therapy, not just hearing about it, not just learning what it's all about, or not just practicing it on each other, but they're actually out with real patients that have real illnesses and need real physical therapy. And then some of them just finished up their whole spring semester right before they graduated, where they were out really on their own doing it in a professional way. And the same thing with the nursing students. It's one thing to be in a classroom and hear about how to stick a needle in somebody, but then to actually go out and do it, and all those other things. So, we have these schools and these careers where people have to go through all this clinical training, and then actually go out and do the training in a clinical situation, and it's a big deal for them. And so that's what I see here going on in the text from Matthew today. Is you have these disciples that have been with their teacher for months on end, hearing all about the kingdom of God, seeing Jesus practice what the kingdom of God means in the world, and then now Jesus is turning them out and making them go out and do it on their own. He pairs them up and he sends out the 12 to go and actually do this. And he gives them directions what they're supposed to do, and basically says, do what I do. To be a disciple of Christ and follow Jesus and to go out into the world means that you do what Jesus does. And for them it was, proclaim the message, which was the kingdom of heaven has come near, heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse the leper. I know as a pastor, when I went out and did my clinical training, nobody expected me to raise the dead. And there weren't a lot of lepers around, but that was their experience. That's what it meant to proclaim the kingdom, and the kingdom meant all those things could happen, and it should still. He says to them, "Why do you do this? You do it because it's been done to you." And then he says to them, freely you've received and freely give. And then he goes into explaining what this whole experience is going to be like. So you've received this freely, and you should give this to people freely. He's like, I didn't charge you for the good news of the kingdom. I didn't charge you when I healed your infirmities and proclaimed you clean. You need to do likewise for other people, because he says, it's not going to be a comfortable experience. Take just what you need. Don't get burdened down by trying to take all your comfort things with you. Don't plan on, the money, and don't plan especially on being popular. The most of this text talks about how they're going to be treated. What it means to proclaim the good news of the kingdom in a world that may not be really ready to hear it or really care to hear it. You're not going to be popular. You're not going to be rich. You just take what you need, because the focus is on doing the job It's not on, having these, great experiences to write home about. And the other thing that makes me think about this is everything that's going on. I've had a lot of conversations, with church people and family and other pastor friends, talking about what this time that we're in the midst of here 2020, the COVID crisis, and the impact that that's had on the church, where the church can't just go to school every day or every once a week and hang out in their comfortable classrooms and hear the same lessons over and over and over again. It's as if the church has been just turned out. In these strange times. It's like we've left the comfort of our classrooms behind, and now we have to go out and actually practice what we've been taught for all these years. And the only thing I can say is, if you understand that and you realize that you've been turned out to go practice what you've been taught all these years, I really hope you've been paying attention. So, that's Wesley's Daily Bible Reading for today, Wednesday, June 24th. I hope you have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Boop.